Hello, this is Tim Law with Playing It Forward Coaching and always encouraging your self-reliance in your life and career. If you will set a goal for yourself, develop a good work ethic, be a team player, uh, people skills, you'll be amazed with what you'll be able to accomplish as far as your life is concerned. A big thank you to over 430 people that have subscribed to this channel, Playing It Forward Coaching. If you haven't already, please do so. I am really, really happy to be interviewing a young man who I've only gotten to know just a little bit through his mom and dad, Owen Wormuth, who his dad wrestled for me, and his mom, Kara Jacobs Wormuth, played tennis for me. So I can truthfully say to Owen and his older brother Levi, I've known your parents longer than you have. So that's true. So Owen, fire away. Give us a little bit about your background and what you're doing now, and we'll just Q&A here.
All right. I'm Owen Wormuth. I grew up here in Hancock, went to school in Hancock, and in high school I wrestled, I played baseball, and I played football. Right now I'm currently working for NYSEG in their line department. So
Okay, just explain, because a lot of people I have all over the country. Oh, and NYSEG, it stands for what?
NYSEG stands for New York State Electric and Gas,
Okay.
and that I'm in their line department. So I go up and climb the poles and work on the high voltage lines. And when the power goes out, we get sent out to go fix it. So that's what I'm doing for about 3 months now, and it's going great. So
Good. And obviously, there's a fair amount of physical work with that. And how do you credit the sports that you're involved with, football, wrestling, and baseball to help you in this career, Owen?
it definitely was a good boost for me getting into it. I know when I was at school for it, I went to SUNY Delhi, got a 2-year degree in the electrical program, and the teachers were always telling me, you got to be in good shape to climb these poles. And I was like, how hard can it really be? And then I actually started doing it. I figured out real quick how hard it actually was.
Mhm.
With all the sports that I did throughout high school and everything, I was never really out of shape because I devoted a lot of time to those sports and everything. So I lucked out in that standpoint of it. And actually, once I got done with high school, Delhi, they don't have a wrestling team or a baseball team, which would have been probably the two sports that I would have enjoyed going on to the next level doing. So I kind of got to a point where it's like, man, I'm not training for anything anymore. And it allowed me to go and I focused more on like lifting, stuff like that, which I wish I did more in high school, but I did do other workouts and everything for sports, but definitely got into lifting a lot, and that helped me with the physical aspect of what I was doing. So
Sure. And you and your brother had a very successful wrestling career. I guess he had like 240 wins, and you had like 245 for 485 altogether. Is that about right?
well, for high school, it was he had 141.
Okay.
I ended up beating his record my senior year with 145. So
Okay.
that was the school record was previously held by my brother at 141 wins for Hancock, and then I beat my senior year with
Right.
140.
Yeah, and I was off. That was supposed to be like 285 altogether, which was just incredible. That's for sure. So, and your dad and mom, how much of help as far as great role models for you? Because I said your mom, Kara Jacobs Wormuth, played tennis for me, and your dad, Bernie or Butch Wormuth, wrestled for me. He was also the quarterback on the championship football team, first championship football team Hancock had for in many, many years. And it was just amazing on how well they did. How impactful have they been on your life and career, Owen?
No, all my successes, everything that I've done, including my brother, I have to devote that to them. They pretty much spent their time once we started doing sports. their time and money went to sending us all around the country, mainly for wrestling,
Hmm.
Hampton, Ohio, down in Virginia, all over the place. They spent their money and went with us and wanted us to learn as much as we possibly could. And everything that we did, it wouldn't have happened without them. So, and
Sure.
their constant support through it all too. Obviously, there's a lot of ups and downs in between, but to have parents that are always there pushing you to be the best that you can be, that goes a really long way. So that helped out a lot as well.
Yeah, yeah. Your dad's older brother Mark also wrestled for me. He was a very good wrestler as well. I think he's still out in Wisconsin. Is that correct?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, yeah. I try to keep track of you guys, and again, I'm a big fan of the whole the whole Wormuth clan, and there's certainly a lot of Wormuths up there in Hancock, and I've been a big fan of uh, all of them as far as the whole family tree, and I know a lot of them up there. So anyway, you certainly come from very very good stock, Owen. Work ethic wise and everything like that. What advice, Owen, would you give to younger people coming up that are in, let's say, middle school or early high school, as far as things they should be looking to do to further improve themselves?
Yeah. Okay. I would say anything that you want to accomplish, you can do it. You just have to have the right mindset and set a goal for yourself and visualize that goal. What are
Mhm.
you going to do to get that goal done? And just be persistent when you're working towards that goal, because I was taught from a very young age that nothing's free.
Mhm.
You want something, you got to work for it. It's not just going to come to you. And sports wise, talent can only go so far. You're going to still have to work if you want to reach the top or reach wherever you want to be. And so I think that it's very important to just be persistent, work hard, and try not to take too many days off.
Mhm.
I suppose, because the days that you take off are the days that somebody might be passing you who's working towards that same
Mhm.
goal.
Yeah, yeah, very very well put. Besides your mom and dad, uh, Owen, who else would you say has been kind of key role models for you, whether it's various coaches or anything along those lines?
Yeah, I had some really great coaches all the way from when I started in Pee Wee wrestling, and it's not only specific to wrestling, great baseball coaches. So to list a few names, starting out, I had Jason Goldman and Rich Manning in the Pee Wee circuit wrestling for the Finger Lakes Wrestling Club, and
Mhm.
they really taught us what hard work was. And that team overall is just a great experience to get to learn from so many different people, and they pushed us hard, and that had a great deal towards my success, I suppose. And then my dad coached me quite a bit as well
Mhm.
with wrestling, football. So that was a little different aspect, being the coach's kid. Sometimes you get set at a higher standard, I
Mhm.
guess, and that forced me to work harder. Um, Mike Daly, once I got on varsity wrestling, he ran a really great team. He traveled all over, like I said, with us. And that team ended up 2015-2016 season. We ended up winning the sectional tournament, overall sectionals. So all the classes in New York, class A, B, C, and D. We had 11 guys go to the sectional tournament and 11 guys placed. We ended up winning the team title. So that was a great experience. And another one I would like to mention is Brandon Olbreeze. He was my baseball coach, and he had a very unique way of teaching, a lot of, you know, things to focus on mentally as an athlete that you could use to make yourself better each and every day. He had all these little sayings and phrases that we would use each day, keep in mind while we're working at practice. And that team also, my junior year, we won a state title, first
Wow.
one ever in school history. So that was awesome.
Absolutely. Well, and Coach Daly, if I'm not mistaken, I think he came out of Oswego, didn't he?
Uh, I'm not sure where he wrestled at college.
Okay.
No,
I may be wrong on that, but that was the same college I went to, and I thought Coach Daly may have come out of Oswego. I'm not 100% sure, but anyway, you certainly had some great role models there. Owen, any last second things that you would say to people coming up as far as besides that work ethic and that type of thing, being a team player, just giving it your best. What are any other last things as far as, let's say, academically, that you think would be a good thing for the younger ones to be doing?
yeah. So your academics, Dad always taught my brother and I, that always comes first. Besides sports and everything, always put your academics first, and that led me to having a different mindset as well in sports too, like focusing on school, getting your work done, and just being persistent in school. It allows you to have more time to focus on, say, your athletics, stuff like that. And
Sure, sure.
so, yeah,
Yeah. And how about your brother? What's he doing now?
he's also working in the electrical field. He works for American Electric down in Lake Huntington, New York,
Okay.
and they more residential based company, and they do generators, all that kind of stuff. So
Well, and I applaud both of you for going into these kinds of fields. For too many years now, too many of the schools and guidance counselors have just been saying, oh, academic college, that kind of thing. But if you can get out there and get into a trade like the, electricians, plumbers, that type of thing, even CDL, getting your CDL for as far as a truck driver is concerned, is a great thing too. Because I know here in Pennsylvania, before you're age 21, 18 to 20, you can be high five figures. After 21 on, you can be into the six-figure area there with the, having a CDL and using it well. So I absolutely applaud you and your brother, as far as what they've been, what you guys have gotten involved with.
mhm,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, Owen, this has been great. I super appreciate it. Please tag and share with as many of your contacts as you can. Give your best to your mom and dad, and tell your dad too that I always say this to him. Hey, Butchie, love you like a son, because he was like a son to me, and have a great deal of fond remembrance of both he and your wonderful mother, Kara. So thank you so very, very much. And please stick around for a minute here, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.